You guys ready? All right, let's get this underway. Sid, you are currently languishing in jail.
Why does it smell like piss in here?
You're the only one in the cell, so.
Why does it smell like piss in here?
God damn it.
Why does it smell like my piss in here?
Wow.
Drink my own pee
Check,
because I
check.
like the flavor.
Yeah, you're currently in the the county lockup of Riverside County. Because of where you got picked up for your latest altercation doing smuggling, they basically remanded you to Riverside's county jail, which is on the border of California and Arizona in the city of Blythe, or just outside of it.
Okay.
You've been in for just about 5 weeks, and
Back again.
what? Oh, okay, gotcha. And shit has been incredibly boring there. You're in there with a bunch of undesirables, not the least of which are members of the Aryan Brotherhood, who are in county lockup also.
Okay.
Um,
Fuck them.
you kind of, yeah, you've basically been steering clear of them for the most part. But anyways, being out in this far-flung facility, you don't get visitors from the city or whatever.
Right.
And where you're at, your family, 5 weeks for the stint isn't, or actually, I should say, it's such a short amount of time in the jail that nobody's coming to check it out. So you've just been with yourself, bored, talking to the other inmates and whatnot. On one of the days, as you're particularly bored, one of the correctional officers comes over to you. He says, "Hey, Jimbo, got a visitor."
Who the fuck was here for me?
I don't know, some lady. Look her. Get up.
Alright, fine.
He grabs you by the crook of your arm and hauls you to your feet from
Hey,
the
I
table
said
that you're at.
I said I'm going, Pinche.
Let's go. And you walk with him down a couple of halls to the visitor center. In the room, you can see a couple of inmates talking to family members or whatever. People who are probably going to be here a bit longer than you.
Right.
Let's see here. By your estimation, chances are you should actually be clear for release in probably another 5 weeks. So it's not too bad.
Okay.
Let me find, did I make a bag? Or is this before that save? Hold on, let's see. Objects. Oh, did I not make a token of that? Okay. Sorry. Messing with stuff on the back end.
No worries.
Let's see. What's the easiest way to show this? Can I show this through the projector? Okay.
Damn, honey.
In the in the visitors area, there is this woman who is looking at you expectantly while sitting at a table. Unlike in that picture, she is wearing what looks like a maybe a navy blue skirt suit, and she looks like she's in basically business attire. The cops are all basically standing around the room, at the edges of the room and whatnot, and she stands there kind of waiting for you. The correctional officer behind you says, "Well, you ain't got all day, Jimbo."
I just kind of look at him, hike an eyebrow, and then head over and sit in front of the woman. I said, I don't know who you are. I don't know why you're here, so you better get talking.
She says, Mr. Robichaud, you can tell that like the way her pupils are moving is she is looking at some sort of like information inside of a cyber eye, you would assume.
Okay.
Though, unlike old cyber eyes, it's not apparently like showing reflections of like light being reflected on them. She says, yeah, Mr. Robichaud, I assume that's your name? Ah, yes, here we are. I've got your dossier.
Yeah, you assume right.
She says, this is like some fight music. Hold on. You ain't getting into a fight just yet. Jeez. At any rate, she looks you over and says, "I am a civil liaison with the group, the Civil Revolution in Progress. Are you familiar with us?"
I am not.
She hands you a business card. Across the top, in an expensive header, is the words Civil Revolution in Progress. And below it, in blue ink, you can see like an old English acronym, CRIP.
Okay.
It appears that this woman works for the Crips, a local gang, as you probably are aware, to the LA/Long Beach area, the whole basin. Actually, Crips are kind of worldwide. She says, we just wanted to extend some help to a friend. It seems that you guys have been, unfortunately, detained here doing some work. We wanted to let you know that the Crips appreciate all of the work that the Jodes do for us, and as such, I've been sent here to see that you are taken out of jail, as soon as they can process you. So I think that you'll be out of here by tomorrow morning.
I don't owe you anything?
No, this is purely because of your connection with the Jodes. We figured this was something really easy we could do to help you guys out. You often get us difficult to find products, and we just want to foster that connection with the Jodes.
Dude, I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth.
She said, well, I would have been taken aback if you had declined the service. Anyways, we've already put the documentation in. You should be hearing word here relatively shortly about your situation. Also, there's somebody. Do you know somebody by the name of Jeremy Lang? I guess his name, they call him Haas. Your character, Sid. Haas is one of the guys that you know in the city. He's like one of your connects to the Jodes.
Okay.
He's just one of the guys up the chain from you. He and a couple of the other dudes around there. I'll let you know their names when it becomes relevant, but like you do know this guy. She says, Jeremy Lang has specifically done some work for us lately, so we just wanted to say this as a thank you. I know that you're kind of close friends with us. He was the one that tipped us off that we might be able to help with your situation. So you have him to thank as well.
Well, thank you, Jeremy.
Do you have any questions or concerns or anything before I head out? I really hate this part of California, so I can't wait to get back to the city.
Yeah, as long as we're square and I don't owe y'all anything, I think we're good, ma'am.
Well, I mean, just remember that the Crips are friends to the Jodes, and I think that we're done here. I hope you have an excellent rest of your day, and, perhaps we'll see you again in the future.
I hope to see some more of you, too.
She gives you a smile, knowing kind of what you mean, but she's in work mode and is not trying to be impolite.
Gotcha.
She stands up and straightens out her suit jacket and collects a small purse with her, and she offers you her hand.
I stand up. I very daintily take her hand and shake it and say,
Okay.
"Good day, madam."
She says, "You have a good day too. Take care." And you see her turn, and she walks towards the exit. Immediately, you see one of the guards give her a nod and step out of the way. He looks bored.
Did she walk out with a sultry walk?
Not particularly.
Damn it.
It's
been a long 5 weeks, okay?
What?
Fair enough.
Let's just say that the first stop I'm going to need to make is to, like, whatever the future equivalent is of Walmart and buy some new socks.
All right.
Okay. Walmart? It is.
Gross.
Walmart.
The
I'm surprised
guard
you can
comes
still get
over.
another Walmart.
The guard comes over and says, "All right, inmate, back to your cell. Come with me."
Oh, all right.
He moves to go and try and lift you by the crook of your arm again.
And I'm gonna kind of struggle away from him, kind of keep my hands up, and kind of, don't touch me.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of look at him and give a good long sniff at him.
Yeah, you see him raise his chin to point at you, so that he looks down the length of his nose at you, and gives you this look like you're about to catch a whooping, boy. And you see him kind of like tilt his head to the side, nodding towards the door.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give him a wink and walk towards the door.
Okay. He walks you towards the door, and pretty soon you find yourself back in your jail cell
With no socks.
with no socks. You spend that night. That night is agonizing, knowing that you're getting out in the morning.
Do I have pockets on? Like, am I in a jumpsuit that has pockets?
I don't know if jumpsuits have pockets. I'm
They
going to
don't.
say no.
All right. Well,
I would
that
assume
weighs
that they wouldn't have something to hide shit in.
like that card is like I only have one pocket then, the prison pocket.
Fucking
Just shove it in
sausage.
your underwear. You just-
Yeah. But I want to make I want to keep track of it.
Okay. They don't take it from you. You're allowed back to your cell with it. You walk in there and you kind of sit down and are like looking at it. You can see the faint like holographics around the word "Crips" in Old English. That you didn't quite catch the first time you were like in the situation. And you've got the night to like look over
Okay.
the.
So have the
the
Crips
rest of it.
gone from Snoop Dogg, Venice Beach, and and all of that to something a little more akin to a corporation
Yes.
by this time? Okay.
I don't know if it was outlined to you, but the Crips have gone basically legitimate. They run most of their business through or as like using influencers and other legitimate business products or
Gotcha.
projects, I should say. And as such, like having elevated to corporate status, Crip territory is now generally considered neutral territory where they try and help gangs like hash out their problems. This also can serve for like trading items on a safe territory or coming to solve disputes between other gangs and whatnot with like a neutral like location.
Okay.
But yeah, so you're sitting there like looking at the
Very nice business card. The
very nice
lady
business
gave
card
me.
for a while. Maybe like 20 or 30 minutes later,
Does it smell like her?
you give it a whiff. That's a question.
Yeah, I'm gonna sniff it. I rolled a 4.
Hit
You
me
rolled
that.
a 4.
Hit me with that resist poison roll.
Sorry, your character dies. Go ahead and roll up a new one.
Yeah, it's got bioplague on it. Sorry, bud.
Fucking time.
Got him.
Not
Got him.
So that's gonna be plus. I think what's the skill called? Perception.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm sure that you beat probably a 9. Yes, it does smell like her perfume. It is quite nice.
Now I'm really regretting not having a sock.
Oh no.
God damn it.
Well, you're not the one who has to clean the place tomorrow.
Oh, so gross.
I start mentally
Alright.
filing away my plan to make jellyfish in my cell, but you can continue.
All right. I'm gonna try and.
I've already thrown a wrench in Nick's plan. I don't think you betted on me being a total horn dog in prison. Us
One
nomads
second.
have to have lots of children.
There we go. Okay, that'll stop bugging me. This is a little bit more chill music since we're not in combat. I was testing out some of that other shit. Anyways. All right, so probably about 20 to 30 minutes later, you're not really sure, unless you have like a cybernetic watch or something like that that you purchased. But a little bit later, you can hear like people coming and going. You know, it's the middle of the day, or I should say, it's like the early afternoon.
Right, free time.
Yep. And somebody comes over and opens your cell and lets you go out into the yard. You're hanging out there in the yard and talking with people, and you can see like the couple of the AB boys, like looking in your direction. And you see one guy is like leaning over a dude who's sitting and looking at you. He's leaning over and talking into the ear of one of the AB guys. You can see the fucking like swastika tattoos and shit like that.
Okay.
And they're just kind of chilling, watching you there. You wait for a little bit, and
Yeah, I'm gonna
eventually.
I'm gonna keep talking to the dude that I'm talking to, just like the little crowd conversing. But I want to focus really hard on his lips and see if I can't maybe pick up a few of the words that he's saying.
Okay, is lip reading a skill? I think it is, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Where is it? I thought it's in.
Awareness, top left.
Yeah. I have no points in it, so
No, you can still try.
I rolled a 9. 9 plus in my intelligence of 6, so I rolled a 15.
Okay,
Not something I've ever had to do before, but
sure. Yeah, but you succeeded.
there's a few words that you can pick across.
Yeah, you see, as you're sitting there, like, watching the guy's lips, the guy who's talking to you's voice kind of, like, is drowned out in your concentration as you're looking. And you can see them say, getting out tomorrow. We're going to have to send him off proper.
Okay.
And you see the guy nods, and you see the guy looks back at you.
The people I'm talking with, what perchance happens to be their ethnic background?
Let's see. Around you is probably what's going on here?
Southern California is a melting pot.
Yeah, it looked like my my fucking tabletop simulator froze. The people around you, there is a Caucasian dude that you talk to regularly who's not in with the AB dudes, but he's not on their bad side. There is a Hispanic not far from you, gentleman, and also there's a Asian dude that you talk to pretty regularly. He's talking with the Hispanic guy.
Okay. So I'm going to look at the Hispanic guy,
Okay, you know him as Garcia.
Garcia, and I say, hey, Garcia, I don't mean to alarm you, and I'm not here to insult or otherwise threaten your manliness, but that big old tall white motherfucker over there thinks that you look like a little piece of Mexican cornbread he could just fuck all night long.
I don't give a fuck what that fucking pinche maricon wants.
He also said things about your family.
Okay. What is this, like, 12th grade instigation shit you're going for here, huh?
Hey, I'm just trying to help a fellow brother out. Just saying.
I'm not fucking with the AB in here.
Well, they might.
That's
fuck
how you
with
get. That's how you get shivved up. Thanks for the fucking heads up, Mano. Watch your back.
All right.
The guy that you're talking to, his name, he goes by McKinney.
The white guy.
Yeah. He says, "Hey, just stick close to the guards, man. Like, you said you were getting out tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, just stick close to the guards. Keep your head down. You'll probably be fine."
Probably. Bitch, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, I got a couple more weeks myself. So, I mean, at least we're not in prison, you know. It's just fucking the county lockup.
Right. Do I have any cellmates with me? Is McKinney in my cell?
McKinney is in your cell, yeah.
Okay. Am I bigger than McKinney?
What's your body?
My body is 5.
Your body is 5. McKinney's a bit bigger than you. He's body 6.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep acting like I'm engaged in conversation with these chuckle fucks that I'm with, but I want to keep watching.
Okay.
Neo Hitler.
All right, you keep your eyes on fucking the AB dudes. Eventually, yard time is done, and you guys are taken back in for like basically dinner.
Okay.
Nothing happens at Chow. There's a bunch of officers around and whatnot. You hang out with McKinney. The Asian dude that you know who is talking to Garcia is named Summers. And he's going to be in here for probably another 2 more months. But these are just like some of the dudes that you regularly talk to. Dinner goes by just fine. You're brought back to your cell that evening. And on the way back to your cell, a couple of guards walk over to you and say, "Hey, Jimbo.
Yes.
We got to take you out of your cell to process you. You're due for release in the morning."
Yes, that usually happens in the morning, gentlemen.
Yep, come to the head office with us.
It ain't the morning, gentlemen.
Well, I mean, you're going to have to do the paperwork at some point.
And I'll do it in the morning. I ain't in no rush.
Yeah. Get up. Let's go.
Uh,
Things don't work on your time, inmate.
So, and I'm assuming these guys are probably beefcake guys.
Yeah,
and
they're
they
big
got-
ass fucking corrections
Yeah.
officers.
All right, I'm gonna get up, but I'm gonna go ahead and roll my perception for this.
Okay.
Four plus 4 is 8 plus my intelligence of 14.
14? Okay.
Yeah,
You set your perception. Try and keep on edge.
yeah. I'm. It's late at night. You don't get processed after a certain like I. Out of character, I've never been to prison. I know they don't release motherfuckers at 8 p.m.
Well, they're telling you that you need to sign your paperwork.
So, you know, I can't.
They do. But
you
at
know,
the same
I'm-
time, it makes no sense for them to try and do it late.
Yeah. So my heckles are up. I'm gonna act cool, but I'm looking for every little. I'm trying to look for every little thing that's out of place.
Okay. The couple of guards start escorting you towards the actual office. And surprisingly, you get to the office just fine. You can see the equivalent of the warden, the captain that's in charge of the Riverside County lockup.
Okay.
He has a stack of papers on the table for you and a pen waiting. He says, "Hey, Mr. Robichaud. Sorry to see you go so soon." Says, it looks like some of the judge or one of the judges wanted you to be released early, so gonna need you to sign here.
Gotta love that long arm of justice, don't you, sir? And then I grab a pen and start working some of the documents.
Okay, you see him look at you over his glasses, like okay, yeah, whatever. Quit playing it up. And the two officers basically wait with you. They wait at the door
Okay.
inside the room.
About halfway through signing them, I'm gonna stop and kind of.
This is actually the actual like documentation for your release. You
Yeah,
sign
well,
up.
not
stuff.
glance at the document. I'm gonna turn over my shoulder and glance at them.
Okay.
And then it was one of the ones that escorted me earlier that day.
Yep.
I'm gonna wink at him again and then go back to signing my documents.
Okay. You can see the muscles in his jaws tighten a bit as he tries to maintain cool looking at you.
Yeah.
You finish with the documents. You see the itemized list of the stuff that you were brought in with that's going to be discharged with you. Obviously, the contraband that you got picked up with wasn't too big, which is why you didn't spend too much or too long.
Obviously, I lost it.
Yeah, obviously
all
that's
fair.
gone.
That's fair. That's fair.
But it takes you, I don't know, probably about 10 minutes to go through all the documentation. The warden looks them over. He says, all right, looks like you'll be a free man in the morning.
In the morning, boy, these two fine gentlemen said I'm leaving now.
Well, these two fine gentlemen, unfortunately, do not have say over the documentation that I got from the judge. You see him tap a couple of like records, papers on his desk.
And then
He
I'm
says
gonna.
the official release date is you are to be released on February the 4th of 2092.
Okay.
That's tomorrow, Jimbo.
And I'm gonna look at him and say, "Well, begging you kindly, Mr. Warden, but there was some unsavory characters that looked like they wanted to inflict some bodily harm upon my personage."
Well, I'm sure with that southern charm of yours, you'll just be fine, won't you?
Let's just say that my southern charm's not gonna walk out of a good old German beating.
What makes you say that?
It's just a hunch that I've built up over the years, Mr. Warden.
That's interesting.
And I would absolutely despise your fine institution having such a mark on it.
Well, I mean,
Because I could see that you're just a man of honor and you care nothing about any of the silly things and you just want to maintain your professionalism at the highest of standards.
you know me too well in these 5 weeks, Jimbo. Go ahead and take him back to his cell.
Have a nice night, Mr. Warden.
He looks at you.
And then as I'm walking out the door, it says, "I hope I have a good night too."
He looks at you with like a sarcastic look, and he just kind of shakes his head. The other two guards walk over. Let's go back to your cell.
All right. I'm gonna let them gently guide me back to my cell, but my radar's up again.
Okay. You can reset it if you like, or keep the 14 that you had.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna reset it just because it makes sense that I'd have to, 17.
All right. There you go. Very nice.
I'm a little more on edge now.
Yep, you're a little more on edge, and rightfully so. You guys get to the laundry room, and you know what's about to happen. As the officers like corral you into the room.
Are the two officers white?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at them and go, "You lily motherfuckers."
You see doors open up, and 4 AB guys walk into the room.
Okay.
One of the guys who's not the dude who gave you shit the morning before, you see genuine like fucking regret on his face. He says, "Sorry, Jimbo. AB's got a long reach."
And it's McKinney, isn't it?
No. McKinney is your cellmate.
Okay, so this is just another guy that
Another guy
knew.
that works for the Department
Okay.
of Corrections.
And I'm gonna look at him and say, "Oh, lots of things have lots of reaches there, bud, but your soul is yours."
You see him like kind of lean against the door and turn his head down into the side. The AB guys circle around you.
Your mother would be ashamed. I've got a
Really
lot of
rough.
experience with Southern people.
I need you to make a resist drugs torture roll for me, please.
Okay. Oh no.
Got him.
It's
Okay.
just like Han Solo.
You are beaten unconscious.
Awesome.
When you wake up, the first thing you notice is like, just your mouth feels like absolute like fucking holy hell. You can tell that you're missing a few teeth.
Damn it.
Yep, you're missing like probably 2 or 3 teeth.
Are they in
one
the
of them
front
is like
or
in the front.
back?
No,
Yeah.
there's 2.
Son of a bitch.
Nope. Actually, let's see. What's your luck?
My luck is 5.
All right. How about this? Roll a d10, and if you get lower than 5 or 5 or lower, then
I get to keep my
you
pearly
keep your
whites in
front
the front.
tooth. Yeah.
Nope. I lose my front tooth.
Well, I wasn't
like one of the-
expecting it to be the first roll of the fucking session, but
Oh, yeah. Looks like one of the first trips I'm going to be making when I get out of the slammers to the fucking dentist.
Yep. You get up. You're not sure if anything's broken, but you hurt everywhere.
Yeah.
Um,
Am I still in the laundromat?
no. You wake up in your cell.
Okay.
Let's see. You have 40 hit points. We're gonna take that down to let's see here. I'm gonna give you 10 hit points left.
Oh, nice.
All right. But you are alive.
Yeah, but I hurt.
Yeah,
I
you
hurt
hurt a
everywhere.
lot.
I'm gonna
And-
kind of flex on my arms and my legs, my fingers and my toes, and kind of look in the mirror and look at my nose and all that other stuff. Like, I want to make sure that nothing, like, other than taking just the royal beating of my life, nothing's broken.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 2d6s for me here, bud.
Twelve.
Okay. As you're like going over yourself, you realize that your leg is broken. It's not impossible to move on, but you have some sort of like hairline fracture in your leg.
Like, I put some weight on it, and it's like, that doesn't feel right. It
yeah,
kinda
you're like,
hurts.
oh.
Okay. Do I still have Pretty Lady's business card?
You do indeed. Actually, no, it was probably lost in the shuffle.
Can I roll for it? Luck. Here we go.
Yeah, I'll give you a luck roll. I'm gonna give it a -1 though, so you gotta get 4 or lower. 5, son of a bitch. And that's your lucky day.
All right.
You can make an intelligence roll to have memorized the name and number if you like.
Yes, I would like to try to do that. 5. Is there a memorization skill? Or is it gonna be just straight up and down intelligence?
I think it's just intelligence. I don't think it's gonna be plus anything. I'm looking
That'd be
at
11.
stuff. Okay. That would also, since it's an intelligence roll, if we're doing it that way, then you would be rolling under your intelligence, which it looks like you did.
Yeah, I rolled a 5. Yep.
So yeah, luckily with the 20 to 30 minutes before being interrupted last evening, you were sitting there looking at it. The civil liaison for the Crips, her name is Zoraida Bryce. It says Z in quotation marks. And you have her agent number.
Okay.
You got that? Do you need me to spell it for you?
I spelled it Zoreta. I mean,
Okay,
it's
it's
the
spelled
gist.
it's spelled Zoraida,
Okay.
but of course also just the moniker Z is on there as well.
Okay.
But you remember, obviously, what she looks like and her phone number, or at least her contact agent number, as well as her name.
Okay.
You are in the basically. It looks like you have been taken from the infirmary back to your cell.
Okay.
So you were like stabilized. They did some medical procedures on you. You have lumps and bruises, and generally speaking, you're not in a good way.
Okay.
About 45 minutes after you wake up, you can tell it's in the morning. You see some guards come up to you. One of the guards that was there last night for the beating, not the one who said sorry, but the one that you have a little bit of history with.
Okay.
You see that if you want to make a note of this for later.
Yeah.
You see his badge number. Underneath it says Norman.
Okay.
He comes to the jail cell and opens it up. Says, "All right, time for your release."
And I'm gonna
Hey,
look
He
at
says-
him and go, fancy your handiwork there, big boy.
I didn't lay a hand on you.
Your mother
Let's
would
go.
be ashamed. Shame on you. And then I'm gonna start hobbling down the hall.
Okay. You start hobbling out the hall, and you are just a fucking wreck.
Yeah, I'm gonna
The-
exaggerate the fuck out of it.
The next hour is you getting your possessions back, your clothes, all of that stuff, and signing out the final paperwork for that from the lockup on the inside of the jail.
Okay.
And you are released into the main area to make your fucking free man hobble outside the gates.
Okay. Do I happen to see the warden one more time?
No.
Damn. Okay.
But you get everything signed out, and a couple of the guards are like looking at you like, "Oh shit, you look fucked up."
Yeah. I imagine I'm catching all sorts of looks right now because I look like a walking corpse.
As you walk out into the main yard, you can see the AB guys talking again, and one of them gives you the he points at you with his chin kind of gesture.
Yeah.
And you can see them like kind of chuckling. One guy is rubbing his hands, like looking at you.
Am I on the other side of the fence from him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever I see him trust his chin, I'm like, "What are you doing? Practicing for sucking off your boyfriend later?" And then I'm
See
gonna
him-
spit a bloody loogie onto the ground.
Okay. You see him raise his hand. On the back of his left hand, you can see a large, like German eagle over the swastika.
Uh-huh.
And you see him point with his index finger at the corner of his eye, like he's watching you. You see
Yeah,
him point back.
And then I'm gonna shout back at him and say, "That's a funny looking chicken you got on a treasure map there, bud."
I've never heard that said before.
You see one of the guys that's standing next to him, or like across the yard, like stands up, like he's gonna do some tough guy shit. But the guy who pointed at you doesn't move.
Okay. And I'm gonna say, "Wow, whoa, whoa, whoa! We wouldn't want your girlfriend to get all tangled up," and I'm gonna just keep walking. I'm gonna leave this on my terms.
Okay. You start walking. At the end of the yard, before the gates that let you out, you can see what looks like your vehicle parked outside.
Oh, sweet Darlene! And I'll start walking towards it. Then I'm gonna use my drone link to see if she's all right. If she feels as bad as I do.
Okay. You connect your drone link, and The user log for your vehicle says that it was driven by hand here. The code was input by, and it shows you interior camera footage of. And do you have a Cyber Eye, or you just got the link?
Just the link and the plugs.
Okay, so you can't actually see any imagery then.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually feed you. It gives you an alert letting you know that it has imagery in the logs. But how would I do it? Oh, you know what? Your agent actually knows who the contact is.
Okay. So it was somebody that I knew that got my car to the jail.
Yep.
Okay.
You see, your agent actually, as you think about it, your agent immediately puts up a hologram as you're about to hit the gate of Jeremy Lang, aka Haas. Haas is what you generally call him.
Okay.
You see him like as you look down at your agent, and then you start to look back up. The door to your vehicle opens up, and you see Haas step out. He gives you a wave.
Hey there, Haas. I'm glad that you're here, but boy, I look like shit, and I apologize.
Gate guard opens the gate for you.
Thank
Good
you
luck out there.
kindly, kind sir.
Yeah.
And then I keep hobbling.
You hear the clink of the gate behind you. You make your way across the road to where the car is parked. And you are out in the middle of, like, basically the entry to the Badlands. It's desert out here. There's nothing but a penal company for the most part.
Okay.
Company. Yeah.
It's out here because if you escape, if you're out in the desert, you're fucked.
It's February, but it's still about, I'd say, 96 degrees outside. It's fucking sweltering.
Yeah.
It's even worse in other parts. I mean, for February, 96 degrees is
It's
fucking...
the Alcatraz in the desert kind of thing.
Exactly. See, Haas sees you hobbling, and he comes jogging over. The holy damn there, Jimbo! Are you all right? Come here, let me get that arm for you. He takes your arm over his shoulder.
Oh, I've seen better days there, Haas.
He says, "Shit! The fuck? What happened to you?"
Let's just say that there was a minor disagreement between myself, the guards, and some funny dudes that like to worship homos with funny mustaches.
Well, I don't know nothing about that, but
And then
you want me to drive? I can drive for you.
Yeah, I think that'd probably be wise at this point.
Here, let me get you over here. You walk around the vehicle, and he opens the door for you, gets you in. I know a guy in town we can get you to. Does a lot of work for us.
That sounds mighty fine, because I hurt everywhere.
Here, you see him get in the car, and from the a bag on the passenger side, like kind of by your feet as you're sitting down now, you can see it's like his like travel bag. You see he pulls out a what would it be? 375 milliliter flask of something. Might be scotch, might be whiskey. You don't know. It's something
Doesn't
brown
matter.
colored.
It's brown and it will make me feel better, so I pop the cap and take a good long pull of it.
He says it's going to be about 3 hours till we're close to home, so I figure this ought to tide you over in the meantime.
That's mighty fine of you, Haas. And while I close my eyes here for a spell, I just want you to turn over in your head the last name of Norman. Any connections that motherfucker might have to the Aryan Brotherhood. And then I'm going to just lay my head back and try not to let the sunlight that's coming through destroy my headache that I probably got.
You hear what sounds like a haptic buzz from Haas's front pocket, and you can tell that the information, the note that you just told him to take, was recorded by his agent.
Okay.
He says, yeah, I'll have to look ahead to that. Here, you just rest your eyes. Let's get back to the city.
All right.
All right. 3 hours later, or for you pass out. It's probably more than that with like traffic in the area once you get into the city. But you can tell that the temperature has come down by about 10 degrees. It's still an uncomfortable. Well, I mean,
it's warm
for you now. It's you live in this time. You people are used to the heat, so it's about 86. Yeah, when you guys get into Long Beach. See, Spoon.
Yeah.
You are at a capsule hotel. That's where you stay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you have lodging? I forget. Okay. When you get a text from your agent that says, gonna need some medical work from you. It's from a guy that goes by Haas. You're not sure what his full name is.
I do text work with an internal agent.
It's just like a smartphone now, basically. Unless you have... Oh, you have an internal agent?
Yeah.
You have cyber optics?
No.
Cyber audio?
Cyber audio suite, which is required for internal agent.
Okay. Well, the internal agent is able to essentially let
Text
you
to
know.
speech.
Yeah, your neural processor actually interprets the data. You just simply know how it or that it works. You know, like you know the message. You don't hear or see anything. It's just the data is transferred to you electronically. So none of your senses actually pick it up, but the agent, because it's internal, makes you aware of it.
All right. So I just get a text that basically says that they need work done. Does they list a location?
Sorry. Yeah. They give you the location of a, your agent checks it out, and it is a towing company. They say to meet them here if you can. It's urgent. They'll pay for anything you've got. And they ask if you need a list of anything for them to get. They say one of their guys was essentially physically beaten. They don't know how bad it is, but it's going to take about 2.5 hours for them to get him over to you. So they say, basically, meet us at this address.
How long would it take my character to walk there?
From where you're at, probably about 45 minutes.
Okay. My character is going to, I guess, finish mowing down on the burrito, I guess he would be having at that time of day, and then respond with a fairly bland text that says, I'm on my way.
Okay. You think it, and your agent transfers it digitally into information that it sends away via text.
I grab my medical bag, my general fucking leisure wear outfit, and then I just start walking in the general direction.
Okay. You pick up all your stuff and exit your capsule, and you can see that in the area there are several people of various ethnicities also going to different places in the capsule hotel. You see one of the regulars is this Asian man who likes to walk around in nothing but a towel a fair amount of the time. You see him walk past you and give you a nod as he's on the way to the communal bathroom. Perpetually, he seems to be on the way to the communal bathroom. You make your way out the front of the building and start heading over towards the tire shop. Or I should say the towing company. Are you going to head straight there? That'll leave you some time before you'll be there, before the patient arrives.
Yep. I figured a character would go and make the rounds, make sure no one else is mysteriously going to get fucked up, and maybe look at the location a little bit.
All right. You make your way over, and you can see after the 45-minute walk out in the sun. You get over there, and you can see several impounded vehicles in a lockup behind the yard, and then you can see also several tow trucks. Looks like a local company. You've seen them around before. Not having a car, you've never had to worry about having your shit moved by them. Walking up to the front of the building, you can see a couple people standing around inside.
All right. Are there any...
Let's see. Sorry, hold on. The sign on the outside says the Long Beach Towing Company, and it's got like kind of a neon look to the sign, but it being day, it's not like turned on. I don't know if you know what it looks like kind of just plastic lettering or whatever, but you walk up and you can see the dudes milling about. Sorry, go about.
I was gonna say if there's any like local businesses, food carts, anything of like note to kill a couple minutes around this general area.
Yeah, there's a food vendor on the corner. There is a bodega across the street. It looks like they probably make sandwiches and stuff like that, but also will sell all kinds of other like refreshments and whatnot. You can see like a bunch of people walking around outside on the street, going to various businesses.
Alright, I'll visit the food cart and spend like, I don't know, like, what, $5 on whatever it is they're serving?
Okay. You walk over to the the food cart, and you can see a man with a Stetson, the cowboy hat. It is a white Stetson. He's in line in front of you. He orders a burger from the kiosk. Turns around. And he gives you a nod, tips his hat to you as he starts walking back across the street towards the towing company.
My character nods back and then takes his position in the queue.
Okay. Eventually you get to the guy who is selling burgers, hot dogs, common like American street food, churros, pretzels, shit like that. They're basically $4 a piece. You can get whatever you like.
Alright, I guess I get a hot dog with all the fixins. Better after being in a city.
Alright. It's very unlikely that this is real meat. But the knockoff products aren't really that bad. You get yourself like a soy dog or whatever.
I'll think it first time and then head off to a corner and just start mowing down while I guess my agent would tell me whether or not the time is.
You see, yes, your agent, like basically you know the time just on call because it's internal. It looks like you've got about, let's see, the sun seems to be going down relatively soon. But you've got probably, 45 minutes. You got about another hour and a half before the patient is supposed to be here. By that time, it'll definitely be like fucking... it'll definitely be like sundown. Or I should say twilight. But you sit on the corner eating your hot dog. And you see a couple of kids on skateboards go like skateboarding down the hill. And you see what looks like a man without pants go chasing after them. After about an hour and a half, you can see what looks like some sort of modded vehicle. Sid, do you have a picture of what you wanted the vehicle to look like nailed down?
I sure do.
Toss that into Discord if you can. But you see the vehicle like pull into the truck yard or into the towing yard. After a moment, you see the guy get out, and you recognize Haas. He's one of the Jodes that you've done a little bit of work with before. You've patched him up a couple of times. That is hot.
That is attraction personified.
Wow, thank you. It's got, like, I know it doesn't look very big on the outside, but it's been modified for me to sleep in it. And by modified for me to sleep in it, it's got, like, basically, like those capsule hotels that we got in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
In the back.
Yeah, like obviously my priority is moving stuff around and smuggling stuff, so I need to have as much cargo ability as possible. So basically it's just I try to make myself comfortable, but it's been put together for me to sleep in. And that was
Neat.
part of the modifications to the vehicle as part of my Nomad rank, and I've got it listed on my sheet.
Cool. Anyways, you see Haas exit the vehicle, and he gets up, and you see him like quickly like jog over to the passenger side and open the door.
All right, I start like power walking because I recognize Haas as being someone who's likely around the area, and half of the reason I'm here. Flag him down. Haas, you the reason why I'm getting that text at fucking 2 hours ago?
How would he refer to you? Like, would he refer to you as Archangel or Ark or Donovan or Donnie? Like, what do you go
How long
by?
would I have known Haas?
You worked on and off with him for about probably a year. Like, you've done a couple of things like fixing up Jodes before, and you have like some
Probably-
history with them. You've been to like barbecues and shit.
Probably Ark or Archangel.
Okay. He looks. He says, "Oh, hey, Ark. Here, give me a hand." He
Yeah, no problem.
helps Jimbo out of the vehicle.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh, hush up. You know it doesn't hurt that bad.
Oh, it does though. It hurts the
You
pride.
drank all my whiskey. There's no way it hurts that bad. Get over here. He takes one of your arms, and you see Ark
I
show
might
up.
hurt. I might hurt a little less, Hoss, if you didn't buy such cheap shit.
Oh, well. I'm sorry I didn't just break out the champagne.
I'll
Short
gla-
notice.
I gladly accept your apology, dear friend.
I just got the call from that crypt liaison to something Bryce, like this morning. So, anyways, let's get inside. You guys make your way into the employees only section of the towing company's like building, and they take you over to a very familiar couch. You've spent plenty of nights on this when you're like supposed to be like actively on call for the Jodes. You see a couch that folds out into like a, I don't want to say like a full-size bed, but like it's what's that called, a futon, where
Yeah.
like it turns into like a small one-person like deal.
Yeah, it's like a small. It's like a somewhere between a twin and a double.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
pull it out, and he sits you down on it. Says, "All right, Doc, is there anything else you need?"
Well, I can't give him any ibuprofen because he's been drinking. Let me know where it hurts. All right.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Helpful. All right. My character is going to attempt to use, what is it?
This technology is simply a route to powers that conjurers and alchemists
Deduction?
centuries ago.
For what? Diagnosing illness?
Yep, I'm basically diagnosing what the fuck is wrong with him. If my only answer is everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know if that's actually a skill anymore, is it?
It actually is. I can use it to diagnose what's wrong with people, I believe.
What's the name of the skill?
Deduction?
Deduction.
Oh, okay.
An intellect
Yeah.
skill underneath education.
There used to be an actual skill called diagnose illness, so like I was like, is that still in there? Okay, yeah, go ahead and let's see. You're gonna need a diff 13.
$20.
Very nice. Okay. You can see that he is, aside from like massive bruising, like I think the word for it is what, contusions.
Yeah.
He has massive contusions all over his body, some slight abrasions, but he looks pretty okay. He doesn't seem to be like bleeding internally as you're checking him over. You have a med scanner?
I do.
Okay, so that makes the whole job actually fucking even easier. So yeah, it's just reading out stuff for you. You don't even have to do it the old style.
As he's poking and scanning me, I say, "It hurts here, Doc," and I tap on over my heart. And I said, "But it also kind of hurts here," and I tap down on where my leg. I've got that tweaky feeling, like I know something's broke.
Yeah. The medical device, however, has already alerted you to his minor fracture in his leg. It's not something that will take too long to fix, but you can fix it with paramedic temporarily, or you can use medtech to remove it.
All right.
You fix up a syringe or an air hypo full of what's it called? Bone knitting nanites, and go to administer it.
Well, shit.
2.
Let's see. I think my surgery skill is literally just the same as my paramedic, so that would be 16.
Okay. You are able to fix the fracture.
All right.
The process takes like a little over an hour, and the nanites start working. You let him know to stay off of it. Are you going to administer anything else? He's stable right now, but you can tell he's banged up pretty good.
Is there anything I can do that with paramedic?
I don't think so. I think at this point he just heals his body per day.
Yeah.
And unless you have speed heal on hand to hit him up with, then he'd heal 2d6s. If I'm not mistaken.
I do not have any hypos of that to use at the moment. Alright, so I'll just generally give him the spiel. Alright, that's about all I can do, just off the cuff. The rest is up to you and your body.
And I'm gonna look at him and go, "Thank you kindly. What was your name again, there, bud?"
I go by Archangel these days.
Oh, Archangel, that's fitting. I bet your mama's proud of that name. And then I'm gonna give him a real big thumbs up, and then I'm gonna just lean back on the couch and let sleep take me.
Okay. As you like kind of are laying back, you see Haas like straighten up for a second as the door opens. You see a man in a white Stetson like step into the room, Jimbo. Actually, I mean, both of you do. Spoon, you see it as well.
Mm-hmm.
He looks over at Haas and then over to you, Ark. He says, "How's it looking, Doc?"
Fracture in his leg. Patch that up. Bunch of abrasions. Someone roughed him up good. Other than that, he ought to be fine.
I'm gonna, with my eyes closed, I'm gonna put my hand in the air, like with the finger up, and say, "Not someone, a Norman and his Aryan Brotherhood thuggy friends."
He says, "Well, I appreciate you getting our little princess back here on track. If you need anything, let us know."
Will do. There's nothing
When he
else.
says-
I gotta start making the rounds.
When he says princess, I'm gonna like reach down to my side and act like I'm curtsying, even though I'm laying down.
Go to sleep, chucklefuck. You like look down. There's no mistaking the voice. It's a guy that works for the Jodes named. They call him Bill. Bill Stiles.
Oh my god, are you fucking shitting me?
What?
I knew a
What?
real Bill Stiles.
You knew a Bill Stiles?
I did. He was a fucking idiot, though.
Oh no.
Oh, welcome
straight
to
up.
the Bill Styles 60
Bill-
years in the future.
The Bill Stiles I knew had a family in Kuwait that he didn't. So he had a family in the States that he didn't tell that he had a family in Kuwait.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and his family in Kuwait was a Filipino woman that was 30 years younger than him, and he had an infant son with.
All right. Well, hopefully this guy's not as much of a shitbag. Hopefully.
Yeah.
He tips his hat to you, Ark, and he pulls out of the room. You hear his voice say, "Hoss, come and talk to me when you got a minute." The Guy Haas leaves the room. The two of you are just in there at the moment. Looks like he's mostly stable. Aside from that, it looks like he's about to go to sleep. You can hear Spoon some sort of commotion in the front of the building.
Violent commotion or shouting commotion?
Yeah. It sounds like commotion. I mean, you don't have to pay attention to it. Are you gonna go to the windows and check through like the Venetian blinds, or do you want to just
Sure,
stay,
let's check
stay
through the
put?
blinds.
Okay. Looking through the blinds, you can see what looks like a blonde woman is shouting at one of the drivers, neither Haas nor Styles. You're pretty sure he is shouting at a guy that they call Slim, who works here also. But you're not really familiar with whoever the person is. The blonde marches past the guy out there called Slim and seems to be walking towards the office that you're in.
Oh boy, conflict incoming.
The door opens up. You hear, as the door opens up, hear, Jimbo, let's go. She starts walking over towards Jimbo.
I'm gonna crack an eye and look.
You see the blonde locks of Daphne. Your
Oh, hey,
girlfriend.
Daphne. Come on over here and heal me with your sweet words and kind gestures.
We got trouble. Jim, we gotta get up.
And he
I
has a
just like-
fractured leg. He ain't going anywhere.
I just laid down, Daphne, and everything hurts.
Are you... Okay.
Is she really concerned? Like, looking at her face, is she really concerned?
She looks pretty concerned. You see her, for a moment, she stops and, looks over at Archangel. She says, Jimbo, is he good to talk in here?
Yeah, he's good.
All right. She says, there's a protest going on this evening. One of our friends, Miss Cross, got herself in trouble with the local law enforcement.
Oh,
You
no.
immediately realize that she's talking about Gabrielle Cross, the
Right.
reporter that you know.
Oh, what
I
did
don't know
old
what she
Gabby
was
do
working
this
on,
time?
but I don't know what she was working on, but she got into some trouble with the local cops. The cops aren't saying where they're holding her. There's a protest that's going on as she is now the second reporter that's been, we believe, taken off of the streets and held in Long Beach. They're taking journalists out of the area or locking them up. Turner's on it. She's been looking around. She said she thinks she knows where it's going on or where they're being held. It's at the police precinct 92, a bit further south, kind of near downtown.
Okay, I guess we need to go and bail out Gabby, even though I'm looking like death warmed over twice.
You shouldn't probably have to do anything. You know I'm a better fighter than you are anyways. But it's good to roll out there in numbers.
You should have seen these other guys. And
Yeah,
I just
you
stuck,
look like
shook the
you were
stubble.
real impressive. She smiles.
I kiss her on the cheek and say, couldn't even look at me, I shine so bright.
You see her, visibly relax. She said, well, sorry to barge in on you like this. It's good to have you back, Jimbo.
And then I'm going to look over my shoulder at Ark and say, come on, Doc, we're probably going to need some of your services, too.
Hold up
Oh,
just
he's
a
your
second.
doctor?
My character points at Daphne, presumably. You said a protest at Long Beach, right?
Yeah.
Just a sec. My character's going to call Kyung Sung Nim.
Okay. A moment later, your agent lets you know that she is on the line, and you hear, Namtayo!
Min, this is Angel. You patching up Choco Flux in the Long Beach area?
Yeah, there's a protest going on tonight. I'm getting with some of the doctors, and we're heading out there. I'm supposed to meet my friend Haruna this evening.
Sounds like you. Listen, you see any of the cops making strange arrests of reporters? Media?
I don't know. I don't trust the cops. I don't try and go anywhere near them.
Who does these days?
But that's what the protest is over. So they're saying that apparently journalists were being stolen, or not stolen, kidnapped by the cops. Although nothing's been released officially. But I mean, you know how it is with the cops. They can pretty much sweep anybody they want under the rug.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing on my end. Stay safe, stay in groups, and try and be somewhere in the middle. Don't get trampled.
All right. Would she call you Archangel, Arc, Dawn, what?
Probably a
Gabby
mixture,
Donovan?
whatever she feels like.
Okay. She says, "All right, Angel. I'll see you when you get down here." She says, "Meet me at this parking lot. I'm going to send the info over to your agent." You hear you can tell that your internal agent has picked up a piece of data that's been sent by her agent.
My character nods as he notes to himself that he just sounds like he's talking to himself at the moment.
It's a protest, so obviously bring your medical gear. There might be need for it.
Yeah, I've already beaten you on that front. Talk to you later. He ends the call.
Okay. See ya.
Bye.
She says to the deadline.
Yeah.
She looks at her agent. As the screen goes over to Kyung, who's standing there holding her agent, going like, "This is rude." Goes back over to Ark. Daphne says, "You good?"
Mm-hmm.
Any
I know
words
someone who
from-
goes around patching up protesters. Says your story about lines up. Has a place to meet. We going or we going?
We
We're
should probably
going.
get there before sundown. That's when the bad stuff starts happening.
Let's go.
I'm gonna start hobbling over to my ride. Open up the driver's door.
You walk out of the office and you can see Slim, Hoss, and Bill Stiles out there.
Okay.
Damn, this is going to be a problem for Sid, I bet.
Yeah. If I can find a picture of Bill Stiles, I'll send it to you.
Oh no, I don't even want to.
He
I
looked
have-
like a methed out Ben Franklin.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I'll try to find a picture.
Fuckers setting up franchises.
He says, you see Bill standing over there. He gives you a nod and he says, "Hold on a second." He says, "Doc, come on over here, would you?"
Looks like it's gonna be one of those busy days. How can I help you?
He says, "For taking care of my friend here." He hands you a $100 bill,
My character nods.
or I should say it's like €100. He
Yep.
says, and he's probably going to need this. He's a bit of a bitch boy. You know what I was saying? Just keep that between us. He hands you a syringe, or I should say an air hypo canister with what you guess is probably speed heal. You look down at the labeling
Lay
on
down.
it. Yep, it's actually speed heal.
My character nods. I'll give him this and
Yeah.
starts looking bad.
Okay. He gives you a nod. You guys make your way out to the vehicle.
Whenever Art gets in the car, I want to look back at him and say, "He called me a bitch, didn't he?" I love old
No,
Bill.
No answer there, Spoon?
Just a sec, I was typing shit down on my fucking sheet.
Ah, gotcha.
I look back at Jimbo. Not the exact word he used, but he got the point across.
Yeah, he called me a bitch, and then I'm gonna throw the car and drive, and off we go.
You hear Daphne chuckling. So, is this vehicle a two-seater or a four-seater?
4-seater.
Okay, cool. You hop into the vehicle. and start making your way downtown. All right, one second. Hawk.
Yes.
You are home today, worrying over the bills, as you do not have financial employment, anything gainful going on. You are in the apartment, and you can see your girlfriend Haruna is. She seems to be working on something on her, like I don't want to call it a laptop computer, but it's a mini computer. It's inferior to a cyber deck. But it's like used by laymen who don't net run. She does have her net running gear with her, but she's just doing data or something like that. As you walk into the apartment, Haruna says, "Hey babe, how's it going?"
Hey, so we've got like a month's covering on this. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do to make some money.
Yeah, we need to get on that. It's still early in the month, so I don't want you worrying about it too much. I can take care of your side of next month's rent if you can't come up with anything, but I mean, maybe you'll find something good. I can help you when I have some time also.
I think maybe I'll go down to Japantown. I'll see if there's maybe some other tech shops. I mean, we weren't the only ones that had one, so maybe I can get a job at one of the other quote rival shops or something. I mean, everybody's here to make money anyway, so they won't care who's working there.
I need to take my dog out real quick. I'll be right back.
Don't die.
She says, "Okay, don't worry about it too much. Come here." And she reaches her arms out to you.
I'll go over.
Okay. She kisses you on the cheek. She says, "Welcome home. There's chicken katsu in the fridge and some miso soup if you're hungry."
Yeah, that actually sounds fantastic. Heard anything from any of your family? Any word as far as what they're up to, or?
I mean, they're just kind of doing their own thing. I still have school and work, and they're pretty busy. But I could reach out to them, I guess, if you're looking for a job.
I mean,
I don't know if I would want you to work for my family. They're already, you know them.
Well, I mean, we gotta eat at the end of the day. Even though I don't want to have to reach out and do that, it's already.
Well, we're not totally screwed. Like, at least one of us is employed right now, so
Get
get yourself something to eat. I'm going out this evening. If you want to join me, you can stay in, I guess, if you want.
What are you planning on doing?
I'm gonna go down to downtown. Kyung is going to some protest, but it's downtown where the crows tend to meet up. You know.
Okay.
I feel bad for him, so I want to, I don't know, give him some food, maybe change some of their clothes. I don't know. I feel like I'm paying the kindness forward, As a net runner, I worry that this might be something that happens to me one day.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. Just obviously be careful. But yeah, I'm not doing anything. Let me go warm something up real quick, and I'll throw on some pants that aren't just like I'm an absolute just bum. Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so is she? I don't know what the actual date is. Is she getting ready to become into the next semester of classes, or is she already in the center of the semester? Is she in this middle of the
I don't
semester?
know. I don't know much about college semesters. So what
August
is
to
college going
December.
on in February?
August to December, and usually something like early January to May. Or
Okay,
late
then yeah,
January
she's
to May.
still going to school then.
Okay, so what is the date? It's February something?
It's the beginning
Yeah.
of February.
Okay.
It is currently, I think, February 4th, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So it is Monday, February 4th, 2092.
Okay.
I'm actually looking at my 2092 calendar.
Hell yeah.
So I will also know her scheduling, correct? As far as when she's going to class and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
She doesn't have anything tonight. Obviously, that's why she's going out to meet with Kyung.
Haruna, are you sure that This isn't gonna mess you up for your school and stuff. What happens if we get into really helping and it turns out to get kind of late tonight?
She says, well, I mean, I've got work in the morning, but I don't expect it's going to go too long. I mean, I don't have to be there the whole time, you know. Kyung, I think, is going to stay longer than I'll be there, but I just want to be there, you know.
Help out and everything. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know the kind of work that she does, but, you know.
Do you you want to take the in
I
card?
know how to put a bandage on.
You want to take the in card, or you want to ride? I don't know. Is it considered a metro anymore, or is it something like
Subway.
like the subway bus kind of routes? Because in card isn't that kind of like a taxi?
No, NCART is your like bus pass / like city public transit pass.
So it's like
Yeah.
an all-encompassing thing.
Yeah, so like in
Any
Japan
public-
they have the IC card. And
So
this
it's
is
any
basically
public
similar.
domain transportation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's a little different than how we had it in the other game. So okay, good to know that.
Yeah, it doesn't cover autonomous vehicles unless you buy like a special license, or not license, but a special package. But you basically get bus and the limited amount of subway that's in the Los Angeles area.
Okay. Then I won't even have to answer that or ask that question because now I understand how it works. Aha. Okay. I'm gonna run to the kitchen and punch in some miso soup. God, I tell you what. Side note here, I had miso soup for the first time, like probably 5 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
God, was it amazing! Absolutely, just.
Yeah,
I've never found it yet. I mean, it was like real miso soup, not like this like imitation stuff you get here and there. Like it's the real deal,
it's not
and
too
I-
hard to make.
and I've yet to find it, like in an easy to acquire way.
If you wanna know what you need to make it, then we can talk after game.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, I love miso soup IRL. God, it's
Yeah, I know what the real stuff is, and you know, Phoenix and I both can like get you the stuff that you want.
Yeah, we can
Absolutely.
hook
it's incredible. Anyway,
We got
so I'm gonna go
what
in
you
there.
need.
I'll go in there and warm up dinner.
Okay. You warm up dinner, and basically she talks about her job for a little while, and you guys sit there, and you see her like do some like programming and whatnot. But basically everything is going about as good as it can be for you guys. The lack of income on your side is clearly giving you more stress than it is for Haruna-san. Actually, you probably don't even use the honorifics at this point. I don't know. That's your choice. San is a honorific. I'm sure that you understand what that means.
Yes, it's like the subtitling. Like you have Chan and San and
Yeah, Chan means cute. Kun means like basically like big brother or like a friend. But you guys are Americanized to the point where you don't have to use.
I was gonna say, I think the way I was intending, at least this part, is like we're pretty Americanized. So like when
Okay.
we're with family or anywhere else, we'll like return to traditional like standards, but otherwise we're like the Americanized, like a typical Asian American.
Yeah.
Like, what's up, bro? What's been up? You know, you're not gonna say like, oh, hello, greetings. Hello. Anyway. And then after I get some grub, I'll go throw on some like just standard, like generic chick jackets, some sneaks, my fly looking dope sneaks.
Okay. You bring in anything important, like weapon-wise or armor-wise, to the protest tonight? Haruna is not bringing any weapons or armor.
I'm gonna bring
Most
like,
people don't do that.
I'm gonna bring just my little tool bag, just in case like there's something there that ends up going astray, or maybe they have something there that I can fix if they end up needing it.
Okay.
Just like safety's sake. It's not too heavy, so.
Sounds good.
And then my katana. No, I'm just
Nice.
Not bringing it.
Did I not put any panzers out? Okay, never mind.
Those are battalions. Tanks.
Uh,
Germans. Hitler. Oh no! This is
My
how
bad.
we get her connected.
Ignore Phoenix.
99999.
Fine.
So anyway, you get in a fight with this Asian dude, Jimbo. He's with the Nazi guys. His name is let's look here.
Hirohito.
Chongdoi.
His name is
No, it's
Koi
Chongdoi.
Fukahara.
It's Chongdoi.
All right, one second. God damn it. All right. Anyways, so, yeah, you guys eat your food and get ready to head down to the protest that evening.
And this is she's treating crows. I'm making sure I understand how it's said right.
Yeah.
Chronic reality withdrawal syndrome. Crows. Okay.
Yep. That's just the slang that
The
came
slang.
up from the acronym.
Just making sure I write it down correctly so I can say it correctly as well.
Yeah. She, Haruna has a, like, nobody knows if it works or not, but she has a, like a mindfulness exercise that she tends to do a couple of times a day. So she says to help keep herself, like, basically grounded. There's no science on if it will stop chronic reality withdrawal syndrome or not, but it is a huge, like, you know that it's something she's very worried about. A lot of net runners are.
So, has there been any scientific research into, like, as far as, I mean, I'm sure there is some, but, like, when you can begin to notice the signs of crows, like, beginning to take somebody's mind?
Yeah, usually it's like a certain amount of like distance, like when a person becomes more distant and forgetful, and they say that it seems somewhat similar to like the onset of Alzheimer's.
Okay.
People get forgetful about places and stuff like that, but generally there's not a whole lot of science on it. There are people who are studying it now, but they're not really sure what to even classify it as right now.
Okay.
But obviously, it is something that is in the news fairly often and has become a point of contention. And since it's been coming out, it has served as fuel for the Immaculate Order to point out, see, there's the evils of machine technology ruining our lives. So, a bunch of psycho evangelists are constantly talking about it now on like the news programs and whatnot. All right, so after a little while, you guys get your stuff together and take the buses down towards the protest. It's now that evening, or it's like just about sundown. Let's see here, Dante.
Yo.
Dante and Phoenix.
Yes, sir.
There is a knock at your door. It sounds frantic.
Okay.
I'm looking at you. You gonna get it?
Yeah, I'll go answer it.
Okay. I didn't have this out yet. Objects. At the door, you see this woman. She is visibly fretting and somewhat shaken. You only know her, Phoenix. You answered the door, right?
Yep.
You only know her in passing. She's one of Complex's old flings.
So what do I know about the context of their... Well, I guess you said... Okay, so before I even go that far, you said she was knocking frantically. What does she do when I answer the door?
Yeah, it's like...
Oh, so it wasn't like, holy shit, let me in, someone's attacking me. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so I just open the door, I'm like...
She stops for a second, looks startled, and kind of looks around. You see her look past you. She says, is Complex here?
I close the door over to the side, like where she can't see past me. And I say loudly, I don't know if he's here right now, Astrid. What do you want?
I'll look over at him. What? Oh, it's
Well,
Astrid.
That's why I name dropped, so you can figure it out. Yeah.
I need to talk to Complex. I got to talk to him. He's the only one who can help me sort this stuff out.
All right. You know what? I'm slowly walking towards the door behind him, hearing her talk.
All right. So take a breath.
She keeps looking like around you, like worried, and you can see her like biting her lip.
I got a question. How tall is Des?
I don't know. I have a body of what, 7?
All right, so you're a little taller than me, so I'm gonna like peek out from behind your shoulder. What do you need, Astrid?
There you go.
She says, "Oh, Complex. Can we talk? Can we?"
Yeah, I mean, you okay?
No, I'm not fucking okay.
What's going on?
I turn.
She looks around and she's like on the step of your apartment, like still outside.
I'm
like,
giving you enough room to get out the way if you want to now.
No, I was gonna move and let you be like, take her outside. I don't want her in the apartment.
Okay, you doing that from behind the door?
Well, because you said you came up behind me, right?
Yeah.
So like, I look behind you and like, if you want to talk to her outside.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna take that cue that he gives me and like I'm stepping out with the door behind me, kind of pulling it in. What's going on?
I'll be right here. I like don't close the door or anything because like who knows what's about to happen. But I just lean against the wall aside from the door while keeping it open so they can talk.
She says, "I don't know who else to come to with this, but I think I might be in trouble. I know that you have no reason to help me whatsoever, but I couldn't think of anywhere else to go. Like, you know people, and I mean, she kind of motions to the door like she's also talking about Dez. She says, fuck. I can't believe that this happened right now.
Okay,
of course.
Take a breath with me now.
What kind of trouble are you in?
Out. What's going on? Just
Oh,
just tell
are you
me.
out? Hold on. Are you outside also, Dez?
Yeah, so I'm standing. So I'm assuming they didn't go like and walk
Okay,
far away.
alright,
He's just
so-
on the other side of the door.
Okay, yeah.
is my
If there's like a landing for our
Yeah.
apartment steps, okay, I'm outside on the landing with her, and
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
where-
Des is in the doorway behind me.
Oh, okay. So he's still listening. Gotcha. All right. Continue. You said, let's talk about this. She says, okay. You hear her take a deep breath. She says, so I was going over to, you see her start bobbing her head. I was going over to my Connect Shorty's place. He's the guy I get my stuff from. And, I don't know what's going on, but I saw some guy leave from his place when I was on my way in. A big guy, bigger than Dez probably, and he got a pretty good look at me. So I think he knows that I know. Fuck.
So what?
Okay,
There's
wait. So hold up.
tons of people are doing drugs everywhere. I don't get it. What's the big deal?
Shorty's. Well, they killed him.
Oh,
they
there,
basically.
finally.
No, but it wasn't like anything I've ever seen. I've seen dead people. Like, no, he was like smeared all around the inside of his apartment. I've never seen anything like it.
Like blood or what? Smeared. I mean, I've seen some brain smeared over the sidewalk, man. That happens sometimes.
No, like somebody picked him up and used him as like a paintbrush all over the inside of the apartment. Like
ripped into shreds.
Like smeared him.
Ugh, it's disgusting. I see. Sick. Wait, and you got a good look at this guy?
I mean, I got kind of a good look at him. I mean, I could probably point him out.
So why are you? I mean, I hate to say it. Why are you coming to me and not the police?
Well, the police aren't going to do anything about it. And
all right, true. Yes, I realize.
Complex. My boyfriend was there at the time. His body wasn't there as well.
Oh, now that does make it more peculiar.
I need to know
where.
Okay.
How much trouble I'm in.
When was the last time you saw him?
Earlier today. My boyfriend or
the boyfriend? Yes, the boyfriend.
Says probably, I don't know, 3 o'clock this afternoon. He said he was going over to Shorty's place for a little while.
He's not there. I mean, he could have just left before Shorty died. And that happens. Have you tried calling him?
No, I've tried calling him.
I got a 17 on Streetwise about Shorty. Based on what she's telling me, does anything like stick out about people that he might have been involved with or bad things he was up to?
Shorty's the guy in the area that when a new drug comes out that most people can't get, Shorty's the guy who can get it.
Okay, so it's not. Okay, so
he's just like a big plug, essentially.
Well,
he's a big time plug.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily unrealistic that he could have got his hands on something he wasn't supposed to get his hands on.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Right. So I'm like, okay.
So basically, what you learn is that somebody who essentially works for the Padre was just hit.
Oh, Shorty works for the Padre. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so this guy, what was he dressed like? Was he like a goon, or was he like a freak, like really cybed out, or what?
I didn't see any cyberware on him. I wasn't really paying attention.
Was he
when I
wearing
saw
like
him,
a suit?
he was a white guy, probably about maybe your height, maybe a little thicker than you. He had like some kind of a long coat. He had like sandy brown hair, I guess. And I didn't get to see his eyes, the color, because it was...
No, color, eye color is really weird to see from, long enough away.
He was wearing some kind of hat or something like that.
You writing this down, Des?
Well, so... Okay, so you said long coat, hat. Was it like a... So what was the color of the coat?
It was, I think brown, beige, something like that.
Okay.
Looked like
matching hat.
The old cartoon
shirt.
detective, like something like
that's
that.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good description right there. Old cartoon detective.
Okay. Let me make another. So what would that be? Would that be like Streetwise, or would that be to basically have that like ring a bell to me to see if I could know anything about who that was, or if I recognize anything about it?
Go ahead.
So that's Streetwise?
Trying to do a Streetwise to get an idea of who this might match?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if there's other stories that I recall, like, oh, there's a guy that's like a thing that's been going on. That kind of thing.
Go ahead and give me a Streetwise roll.
That's 17 again.
17, wow. How'd you get a 17 on a 3? Oh, I see.
Because I have a 4 plus 14 before I
Goddamn.
roll. Yeah, I told you.
6
I know everybody.
Fucking king of the streets.
The streets.
All right. Yeah, actually, this sounds like a guy that's been shaking down some of the local dealers, some of the street level guys. Basically asking questions around about Shorty, now that you mention it. Clicks for you.
He's been doing that for... I mean, I've never made contact with him myself, but yeah, that checks out. Sounds like a guy that I've heard people talking about for a couple of weeks now, at least.
I mean,
So,
why would
honest
anyone
here.
be asking about Shorty then?
Because it's Shorty. Because Shorty gets his hands on drugs.
I mean, yeah, lots of people get their hands on drugs.
Yeah,
though.
but Shorty's thing is that he gets a hold of drugs that nobody else can get yet. Which means he's got way better contacts than almost anybody else. So there's a chance that he's able to get his hands on stuff that he's not supposed to get his hands on. Like, I don't know, corporate combat drugs, maybe, or new therapeutic treatments for stuff that no one's supposed to have. So that either that guy was really desperate, or he's trying to protect merchandise.
Shorty.
Or Shorty was a fucking idiot and stole money from him. Also possible. I don't know.
Very possible. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna turn to Astrid. Astrid, is Shorty got anything new that he tell you about recently?
He said he wanted to talk about something. He mentioned something on the agent. If they took his agent, then like
He said he mentioned something to you on your agent.
yeah, he sent me a message.
Can I see? I'm
So
gonna
he had-
hand out. Let her pass me her agent so I can look at it.
Okay, she like starts fumbling with it. You like take it out of her hand. There is a message from Shorty. The last message says, "So you want in?" Question mark.
Scrolling
You
up.
look. Yep. You scroll up a little bit and you can see like some banter. He says, "Looks like I've got some new stuff. Don't tell the Padre about it. This could be massive, but I need friends right now."
It's almost like I wrote the story. Like, that pretty much fits everything I just said, didn't I? Doesn't it?
Okay, Mr. Fucking PI, chill the fuck out. All right. Hold
I'm
on.
just saying.
Hold on. All right, we're going through. I'm gonna keep scrolling just see if there's any other details there.
Yep, it just basically talks about new product. There is an opportunity for advancement. It talks about how huge the find is.
All right, I'm gonna give it back to her. And you didn't take anything from his apartment when you were leaving, right?
No,
Okay, good. Good. It's very good. You did good. Shit.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, no, hold on. Let me think. Okay, that's a 6, so that's a 20 on my streetwise. Based on my interaction with Shorty in the past, would I know maybe where potential safe houses might be where he would stash stuff?
you don't really know where he keeps his shit. He's like, think of him as like a lieutenant in
Right.
that area.
I get that he's got his own thing going on, for sure.
And there's really no reason for him to like tell you this stuff as like
Okay.
you being a fucking heavy, you know. So nothing comes to mind. There is, of course, his apartment, which you know to be prepared for fucking gore.
All right.
If you decide to go to.
I'm gonna say it. All right. Des, you want to come with me? I figured we just go there, we take a look around, see what's up.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to be missing anything, so...
No,
might
I
as
mean,
well.
the guy clearly smeared him across the wall. He's done. Hopefully he's done with him.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's probably got some euros hanging around, at the very least. As long as this place hasn't been rolled by crackheads yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to beat the crackheads there. Let's go. Let me look at my coat.
Alright, yeah, let's go.
Astrid, wait here. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I'll wait here. I have my agent on me.
Just going inside to go get my coat.
Okay. You grab your coat.
So when
Then
he's
I
gone,
realized
just
it's
look at
86
Astrid.
degrees, and I put my coat back on the hanger, and I go back outside.
Right, yeah, for real. But when Complex is gone, I look at Astrid and be like, so you don't know what this thing was that he was offering? He just asked you vaguely what?
I was going over to find out what it was about.
Gotcha. Alright. Well, we're gonna find out now.
Here I am, trying to look styling, realize that I can't use the coat from my outfit here.
You could if it had air conditioning.
86 degrees. Could if it had air conditioning, true. I don't think I added that.
Alright,
Alright, I'm ready to go.
Let's hit the
Got
road,
my
yeah.
keys, wallet, phone.
Either of you guys have a car?
I'm gonna leave a small little message for Z. Stepping out. That me and Diz is stepping out to go check out something real quick, and we'll be back later.
Okay.
I do not have a car.
I assume none of you have a car.
No,
right?
neither of us
Except
have
for
a car.
Jimbo?
I got my end cart pass. That's what I got.
Yep. All right. Yep. Let's go. Let's go. Hop on the.
Okay.
Let's go. Hop
All
on the
three
train.
of you go to hop on the bus to head from Lakewood down towards closer to downtown. Jimbo and Spoon,
Yeah.
you guys arrive down by the beach, and you can see, as you guys are not down by the beach, but down by downtown center, where you're not far from where basically the water goes all the way up to the concrete of the streets. It's washed away a bunch of the stuff down there. Global warming has caused like this whole, like, if you go farther down, if you look over here on the map, like basically from the word Long Beach, which is where main downtown is, all the way up to, I think this is 7th Street, is all of this is underwater now. So the shore is like lapping in the street here, or the surf is like lapping at the street and eroding the asphalt away relatively quickly.
Okay.
Beyond the docks or the district down there, there's like, you know that there are nomads that roll around on jet skis out there and like try and like basically scavenge anything that might have been left, but not much was left. And it's not like global warming happened overnight, or it's not like the tide rose overnight. So, but still, there's a lot of material resource, like infrastructure stuff. People can fish copper pipe out of like some of the walls in there, make some cash. But you know that like basically out past the surf, there is actually people who still live in the old fucking like underwater skyscrapers of downtown. I don't want to say fully underwater, but like partially submerged. First couple floors. Yeah. There are people that live on like the top floors of skyscrapers and stuff that aren't being used. Obviously, they're condemned by the city as they are collapse hazards, and anybody who has a choice is much better off not living in this area. This is considered one of the combat zones of Long Beach. Law doesn't really apply too much down here, and because there's no one to enforce it, except for the degenerates who work down here. Not far from you is a police precinct, Precinct 92. That is a place you're kind of familiar with. It's basically the last, the last police precinct in the area. And as you guys pull up, and you can see like the sun going down on the horizon, that Long Beach sunset. You can see a car like that you guys are basically rolling up to. Jimbo, you recognize the car immediately. But for Spoon and everybody else's sake, I'll throw this on here real quick. You see her.
Look at who we have here.
Ignore the name down there.
Noted.
I didn't clip it out. Up at the top, it says Casey Turner. Turner, as you know her, is a private investigator that works in Long Beach. Well, she works in the whole Southern California area, honestly, wherever work takes her. She's the one who Daphne was coming out to meet. She is leaning on the back of her cars as the headlights light her up from Jimbo's vehicle. You see her stand up and start walking over towards you. You see Daphne begins taking her seatbelt off and getting out of the front passenger side seat.
I'm gonna slide out as well and say, well, look at who we have here. Look at that.
Spoon, did you ever use the speed heal on him?
No.
And then I'm gonna cough blood.
You can have done that on the way over if you wanted, since it was like behind the scenes.
Would Sid have would Jimbo have requested that of me?
I was too busy driving.
That is fair. I'm going to go ahead and say no.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
My character also gets out of the vehicle. Do I know this person?
You've never seen this person before.
Alright, hearing Jimbo just kind of familiarly address this person, I'm just gonna kind of look between him and the woman. Is someone I'm supposed to know?
You see Turner walks over to you and to Jimbo, and she puts an arm around you. You're still pretty banged up.
Oh, that hurts.
Jimbo, you're out early.
Oh, and you're squeezing too hard.
Come on, you big baby.
Oh.
She says, Daphne. Daphne gives her a nod. Turner.
And then I'm gonna look over and I say, that one standing over there is the doc.
The doc.
The doc. He's the one that brought me back to life, and so that I could gaze at your beautiful face one more time.
Well, Doc, it looks like you did kind of a shit job. So why did you get bring along?
My
got a
character
name,
sighs. Well, before he got here, he had a fucked up leg. But you can call me Archangel.
Archangel. Good to meet you. Name's
My
Turner.
character nods.
She says, looks like Daphne was, of course, going to bring you in on this. Maybe you should have left the old, man at home, huh, Daph? Daphne nods. Says, I figured more people was better. There's a protest down here. We don't know what is going on. Turner says, well, I've been trying to get a hold of Gabby for a little while. I think I've tracked her down to being inside the police precinct, if I'm not wrong.
Think she got grabbed?
Yeah, I don't know what it's about, but she stopped responding on her phone a while ago, and just worried about her. If she's in the custody of the cops, well, she actually points at you as evidence. If she's on the wrong side of the cops, well, I guess you know better than anybody right now what could happen.
If I could interject here for a moment, my character speaks up. I called ahead to a friend of mine, paramedic who likes to hang around these areas. Supposedly, and this is tenuous information at best, this whole protest was arranged because of supposed police abductions. Do with that what you will. My character shrugs.
Says, all right. Is your friend coming here tonight?
Friend goes by Kyung Sung Nim, or Min. Are we anywhere near the area where she told us to meet?
You guys stopped. You're like a couple blocks away.
We're a couple
This is
blocks
where
away
Daphne
from
was.
where I'm supposed to meet her.
Okay, so should we just go as a group? Turner says.
Sounds good to me. My
Daphne
character
nods.
looks at Jimbo.
After you, Dorothy.
Who are you referring to as Dorothy?
Like Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz.
But I mean, to whom? There are a bunch of characters here.
Casey.
Okay. Turner gives you a wry smile. Says, okay, get in your cars.
I'm gonna
You see
slide
her
back
start walking back.
I'm gonna slide back into the driver's seat.
You sure you can drive that thing all right?
They didn't damage my mind, sweetheart.
That was already damaged,
It's all-
she says as she shuts the door.
It's always been broke.
And when everybody else gets in the car, I'm gonna say everybody's a fucking joker.
Daphne nods. Yeah, she's a special one.
You're special to me, though.
I better be special to you.
And I'm gonna just blow her a kiss.
Okay. She pantomimes catching it. She looks in the back seat. Hey, Archangel, you want this?
I'm gonna just look at her with my like the shocked face. Oh, you fiend! And then I'm gonna gun it.
What is she referring to?
She has her closed fist held up to you.
Could I do a...
In context, appears to hold a kiss that was blown from Jimbo to her.
I'm going to have to politely decline.
I thought I
nods.
liked you, Doc. Now I know I was right.
She pantomimes. Well, she rolls down the window and throws her empty fist out the window.
Oh, it hurts.
Did Jimbo just say that he liked me?
Yeah.
My character gives a wry smile. Probably not after you learned what your father gave me. Or was that your father? I keep getting confused.
Huh?
He's talking about Bill, Jimbo.
Oh. Bill ain't my daddy.
Well, whoever he is, he apparently wanted you to get fixed up real quick.
Well,
Want some speed heal?
yeah, because it hurts everywhere.
You see Turner pull out in her vehicle and start driving down the street.
Right, I'm gonna-
She actually moves in to get behind you guys.
Okay. Now I'm gonna start driving slowly down the road.
Okay. You guys start making your way towards downtown or towards the parking lot.
How does this speed heal work? How long does it take for it to kick in?
It's instantaneous, I think. Hold on. Give me a second. Molly's asking a question.
Oh,
God damn it, Molly.
It better be about what does he want to eat for dinner. That's the
Or does he want to?
Well, I mean, that's still what he wants to eat for dinner.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, she was asking something about dinner.
Ha!
Speed heal.
You underestimate me.
Speed heal. Doesn't it say in the med tech stuff?
Yeah, it says when injected with a dose of speed heal, a target who is not in the mortally wounded state immediately heals an amount of HP equal to their body plus their will.
Body plus will. So that
Yep.
would be 5 plus 7, so I'll go up 12 points.
That's a help.
Yeah. I'm gonna shiver, like the pea shiver.
Yes.
I feel a lot better now.
Man, explaining that to my wife was awkward.
Still feel like shit, but feel a lot better.
Okay, and I presume you continue leading to the parking lot where you're supposed to meet up with Kyung.
Yeah.
All right. A few miles later, you guys roll into the parking lot. You can see Kyung standing out there with a couple of other people. 1 second though, Hawk.
Yes.
You and Haruna have gone to the metro, or I should say to the bus stop, and caught a bus over to basically a stop where you meet up with Kyung. Kyung Sung-min is a longtime friend of Haruna-san. I need to stop doing the honorific of Haruna. And let me see. Do I have a token of her in the game yet?
You doing the roll 20?
I say roll 20 has one, but
Oh yeah, you can look at that if you want, or I can pop her into this. I don't know if you can see your image in roll 20.
kind of spicy.
Anyway, she's a longtime friend of Haruna. They went to school together, and you've met her plenty of times. Like, obviously, they're kind of like really good friends. You've heard her talk about her friend Archangel, or sometimes she calls him Arc. when she's just talking about other stories and stuff. You have yet to meet him, but as you guys are talking on the subway, it sounds like there might be a chance that you get to meet Kyung's boyfriend? Question mark? Don't really know. It's one of those things that you and Haruna talk about. That she's like, she thinks that Kyung is sweet on this Archangel person, but isn't really sure. She hasn't said anything either way.
Okay.
You guys are on the bus, and you see her jump onto the bus with you guys, and she's got her paramedic bag with her, and she's got a very disarming like smile. You see her like kind of jog down the walkway in the bus as the bus leaves the corner, and she comes and plops down in the seat in front of you guys and turns around and folds her both of her arms over the headrest of the chair. She says, "Hey, what are you guys doing?"
All just had some dinner, and I'm guessing you two are just looking to go help some of these people down here. Maybe make sure no one goes crazy in the riot. Wrestle them down, maybe.
Kyung smiles, and you see her like raise one of her arms in a bicep curl fashion. She says, "Oh yeah, you know me. I'm out here to strong arm people tonight." Haruna like kind of gets a chuckle and looks back down at her cyber deck.
Somebody's got to keep these ruffians in check, and you're just the woman to do it. What you been up to?
Just been working at the hospital by the day. Stopped by and saw Angel a little bit earlier. He was with some people. He was doing his thing. Man, I feel so sorry for him.
Why so?
Haruna looks up. She says, "Ooh, are you now gonna finally dish?" Kyung kind of looks a little bit puzzled. She says, "Nothing. No, I mean, he can't get a job like in town. He's like a doctor, like a real doctor, not like a paramedic like me, but I guess he's got some beef with somebody in the past, and they're like well connected, so he can't get a job at any of the hospitals out here. Fucking sucks."
Can't get a job, huh?
Haruna nods. Says, "Oh, well, I hope he's able to find something. I don't even know where we begin to look." You guys chit chat for a while on your way downtown, and eventually you guys pull over to the side of the road in the bus, and you're at your stop. The three of you exit the bus and start walking, and you can see in the distance like other people like walking towards the direction of the protest. And Kyung says, "Oh, I'm supposed to meet with Ark. There's a parking lot over here. Come on over. I want you to meet him." Haruna nods and
Okay, Haruna shrug. Okay, yeah.
You guys head over to the parking lot. There's a pretty well lit parking lot in the area for downtown, and you guys pretty much sit out there and chat for a little while. And about 20 minutes later, you can see the headlights of a car like pull in, and a second car behind it.
It's just a car. Nothing fancy about it.
You see Jimbo's car, but you don't know that it's Jimbo.
I don't know it's Jimbo's.
But yeah, you see the beams hit you and then turn off. One of the doors opens up from the vehicle in the back.
In the back. Okay.
Okay. You see a blonde woman go walking up to the first car and knock on the window. There's a knock at your window, Sid.
Yes.
You see Turner standing there. Are you just gonna stop here? Did your brain stop working? Daphne says, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Archangel hasn't said anything. Are these the people we're supposed to meet, Ark?
Oh, do I see them from my position?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. This is the place. My character starts getting out.
We have arrived. I'm gonna get out of the car.
Roundabouts, what's the distance between our two groups?
Probably about 25 meters.
Yeah, right.
All right, I hooked a grenade.
It's in frag range.
Darn, and we're all out of cover.
I don't like the way this guy smells.
All right, Archangel starts beelining it towards Sungmin. God damn it! I keep getting Nim and Min fucked up.
Just guess.
I mean, you can call her Kyung also if you want.
Fair.
That's her first name. Yeah, you get out of the vehicle and you see Daphne gets out also, and she's like kind of watching the group. As you walk past Daphne, you can see that she has what looks like a heavy pistol tucked into the back of her pants, and some sort of like looks like possibly a knife. She's got her hand instinctively on the like her fingertips are touching the pistols. She says, "These are people, right?" To you, Donovan.
Yep. My character's like beelining towards the group, and I just like, I guess she's asking me, is just like, "Yep."
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess we'll go follow him, Daphne. Let's go. Start to amble.
Daphne nods. Turner says, I might as well make myself sociable. It looks like we've got quite the posse here. You see her light up a cigarette, start walking towards the group with you guys. You see Kyung jogs over towards you. And she says, you see her, again, disarming smile as she jogs up to you, Archangel. She says, "Finally, you get to meet some of my other friends. You don't really talk about yours much. Archangel?"
Don't really have many to talk about. That said, you okay?
"I'm good. Here, come with me." She takes your hand and leads you a few more steps over to where an Asian man and Asian woman are standing. She says, "Archangel, this is..." And you notice when she looks at it, you saying your name, like Archangel, and then she's got that look on her face like, should I be using your real name or just Archangel kind of face.
We haven't been tapping into new areas.
My character gives a nod and then points with his chin.
She says, "This is my friend Donovan. He goes by Archangel. I mean, you'll probably call him either. Donovan, this is Haruna. I've told you about her plenty of times.
Extensively.
And, this is her boyfriend, Akoi."
I'm gonna reach my hand out. Hey, Donovan, nice to meet you. You want to go by Donovan, or would you rather go by, your handle? I know how it is in the business sometimes.
I respond in kind with my my right hand. Either's fine. I prefer the handle.
All right, good to know. Mine's Akoi. If you want to call me by Akoi or my handle Fuse, either one's fine.
Fuse.
Nice to meet you, man.
My character Squints. You a techie?
Yeah,
Hanada says, "You still using Fuse? I thought we agreed on Mr. Fix-It."
Okay.
Archangel sniggers.
Very funny, Haruna. No, I'm a techie man. If you got it, if it's electronic, if it's mechanical, whatever you got, if it's broke, I can fix it. And if you want it built, I can do it.
He can fix everything but the crack of dawn.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're kind of right. I used to have a business with my parents, but we ran into some hardships, so kind of.
Who are your friends, Angel?
I'm
group I
gonna
just got
bow.
done patching up and meeting by circumstances therein. Say hi to Jimbo. My character points at them one by one. Miss Daphne
I'm gonna-
and
Gabrielle.
Oh, Turner.
Miss Turner.
When he points at me, I'm gonna bow real deep. Nice to meet you.
They each walk over and shake your hand. Haruna says, "The pleasure is mine."
And I'm gonna kiss the top of her hand.
She looks a little bit. Actually,
like a southern gentleman.
She's a bit taken aback. She has kind of her face scrunched up and is like, clearly doesn't even know what to do with that.
You are as pretty as a lotus flower in spring.
Thanks. She kind of turns towards Kyung. Kyung has the look like, I don't know what the fuck to do right now. This is white people shit. Turner takes a drag off of her cigarette and says, well, we got quite a group of people around. I'm going to go start knocking about the area, seeing what I can find out. I trust you guys have other arrangements, otherwise you wouldn't have been here. She motions over towards Akoi.
Be careful now, Miss Turner.
You know me.
I do know you. That's why I'm asking you to be careful.
Oh, I'll bring trouble your way, Jimbo.
Now I'm gonna slowly open my jacket, show off the chrome steel of my very heavy pistol, and say, "I know. Careful."
She uses her index and forefinger and middle finger and taps her temple, looking at you with that like "I know you" sort of gesture. You see her head back to her car. She says, "In case you don't know, Jimbo, the protest is probably going to be over by the 92nd precinct down the street. So be careful around there."
I'm gonna give her just a thumbs up.
She jogs over to her cars, slides across the hood in her best Dukes of Hazzard like imitation, and jumps in the window. She revs it up and pulls out very quickly. You see her head northbound.
Operating off of the admittedly very limited information that character has, could I make a deduction check to see if I could come to a non-obvious conclusion about this scenario at all?
What specifically are you trying to come to a conclusion about?
Well, so far, all my character has been really fed information that, well, there's some shit happening, and there's potentially some, like, police, quote-unquote, kidnappings, and there's a protest happening. Could my character feasibly come up with a conclusion that another group is operating, or something therein?
What do you mean by another group? Are you talking about, like, what the protest is about, or...
Like, under the cover of the protest, using this as, like, a cover.
Theoretically, that could be happening, though I don't think that you know the players well enough to make any deductions about that.
Fair.
I mean, it's clearly a case, at least from what you understand. You have done no real sleuthing, but it's clearly a case of the cops disappearing somebody and the public being outraged about it. Beyond that, if there's any other, like, secret groups or agendas, you're not really familiar enough with the subject to hazard a guess.
Right, that's what I was trying to use deduction for, which is apparently taking several clues and leaping to a non-obvious conclusion. But
yeah,
if I don't have the info, I don't have the info.
Also, we're a little early in the thing for you to be like, I unraveled the entire mystery.
I'm not saying to
Right.
unravel the entire mystery. I was like, hold on, there might be an angle we're not looking at this from, kind of shit.
I think you're going to need more info.
That is
before,
fair.
You can make an actual deduction roll. But at any rate, Haruno says, well, I was going to go do my thing with the crows. You're welcome to join us, Jimbo and company. if you like, and Archangel. But protest is happening up the street. Kyung says, well, I'm going to go hang out with you for a little while with the crows. Most of the bad stuff doesn't really start happening until after sundown.
Is the direction they're heading towards Precinct 92?
No, we're gonna go down to the water where the crows collect.
Well, as much as I would like to join you fine ladies, I have a friend I need to get out of the precinct building.
Oh wait, you're not gonna try and get somebody out of that building, are you? Haruna says.
Well, a nomad doesn't leave another nomad behind.
You have a nomad friend in there?
I sure do. I have a friend of the nomads, it's close enough.
Oh. I don't know much about that stuff.
How'd they get in there? That's kind of a, you know.
And I'm gonna, without looking at,
Daphne?
no, without looking at Fuse, keep looking at Haruna and say, that doesn't much matter now, does it?
Well, I mean, I just don't want to let. Well, anyway, you do your business, sir.
But I could sure use somebody with your abilities. And then I slowly turned to look at him.
Well, it's helpful to know who I'm, working with. I'm not gonna go, help somebody who's, not a good, as you would say, a good feller.
And then I'm gonna stab my thumb into my chest and say, Jimbo Robichaud, driver extraordinaire, smuggler of all things, and southern gentleman to the core.
So a smuggler then. So he's a smuggling buddy? Y'all do illegal smuggling?
She is a reporter, and she doesn't like to say anything but the truth, which is probably why she's in there.
She says, oh, fuck, you know Erica Goodwin? Or, Kyung says that. The Reuters reporter that went missing?
No, I know Gabrielle Cross, and if she's gonna end up like that woman that you just said, then I really gotta get her out.
Cross? You mean the local newsie?
Yes.
She's Channel 5, right? I've seen her stuff.
Yep.
Channel 5 Action News. I would expect her to be, in the crowd, not at the precinct. Oh, I guess she probably knows Goodman.
Let's just say that she likes to get where the story is the thickest.
I see. Well.
Phrasing.
Okay. Well, I mean, good luck with that. We'll be around the area if something happens. Ark, did you want to? Were you gonna go with Jimbo, or did you want to come with us?
I can hang out with all of you for a sec.
Okay. We'll meet you guys. Kyung says, we'll meet you guys up at the protest in about half an hour?
Sure.
Shouldn't take much longer than that. Haruna nods. She says, yeah, half an hour is probably fine.
Can I set a perception for the scene to see what the the foot traffic in this area is currently, like what kind of people are moving around?
Absolutely.
Let's see. $14. His
14?
intellect
Okay.
70. Jesus. I was looking at my intellect was 70. I was like, what?
That's not right.
I'm pretty much the biggest brain there is. Got 14. Yeah.
Okay. On 14, you can see plenty of people walking around. Quite a few heading towards the protest area, and you can actually kind of hear what sounds like a crowd gathering to the north. As far as the locals, like the people who are here every day beyond the protest, and you can see more people pulling into the parking lot and starting to head up to the north. You can see what looks like transients about the area, kids that look homeless. There is Basically, like some disabled, like possibly veterans, but disabled people around the area. But aside from that, it doesn't look like there's too much going on here.
Are there any people that look like Jimbo? Like that kind of like rough,
Nomad?
rowdy kind of, yeah, like a rough, rowdy kind of crew. Like somebody who looks like they might be up to some shady business, or they might end up causing some trouble. Like, I'm not looking to go after. I'm just seeing what is like walking around, like motorcycle gangs, like stuff like that.
There are gangers in the area, but this place is like it's close to cop territory, so you'd have to go further south, which is where you're going, to get into like actual ganger territory.
All this area is pretty like reasonably clean and stable.
Yeah, they
Okay.
keep a certain area around the police precinct being pretty all right, you know. Like,
Okay.
it's policed, well patrolled. But further south, like when you get past 7th Street, like, and you get to like the water's edge, I should say, when you get to 7th Street, that's where like the area is like nobody does shit down there. You know, cops don't, anyways. Much more criminal element in that area. So you guys split up, and you head south. Spoon and Hawk are together, and Jimbo is going north to check out the the scene. It is 9 o'clock now. I think it's a good stopping point.
Mhm.
You gotta go to bed, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna need to head to bed.
All right. So that'll be stopping time, and we'll get together on Thursday. Hopefully, if you guys want to get together a little early, we can chit chat. But aside from that, I'll see you guys on Thursday. Thank you guys for coming.
Before you close down the tabletop, can you make me 2 copies of these little like ticket counters, so I can set up so I can have my perception and my stealth.
These things right here?
Yeah.
Okay,
Just need
yeah.
2 copies of them.
Actually, here, I'll just give you. Damn it! How do I promote you?
Right click my name at the top.